Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Soaps official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thursday, October 23, 2025. Today on Days of Our Lives, Maggie pushes Xander to come clean. Rachel has a flash of memory and Amy says goodbye to Sophia. Sarah sits Amy down to tell her the bad news. Sophia has to go for inpatient treatment at a mental health facility. But Amy is not happy about putting Sophia in Bayview. Honestly, understandable. Salem churns out a lot of sociopaths who end up there after trying to murder people. Sarah tries another tact and has a heart-to-heart with Amy over parenting and protecting their kids, and it works. So Amy goes to tell her catatonic daughter that she has to go to Bayview to get better. Xander greets Maggie at the mansion after taking Victoria out for Halloween shenanigans. Maggie hopes for the best with this moving back in thing, but the stakes are high, so she makes Xander promise they can trust him this time. Sarah can't take getting hurt again. Get ready for that shoe to drop any second now. Maggie's still afraid he's lying about something, and Xander's poker face is non-existent. How has he gotten away with so much? Actually, Maggie already knows what he's hiding, attacking Philip. I love you, Xander, but I know who you are. Xander's puppy dog eyes aren't working this time, and Sarah walks in just in time for Maggie to tell him to look his wife in the eye and say he didn't attack Philip. There it is. Brady's the first to show up at the pub for Belle's birthday party, so he and Tate catch up. Tate actually acknowledges he's kind of sad about not having a kid. Finally, he seemed kind of gleeful before. Back home, Rachel gifts Aunt Belle the baseball card that John gave to his granddaughter. Rachel insists they can share it, and she's just distracting enough that Belle doesn't see Marlena lose her balance. No harm, no foul, so they set out. They all get together and Rachel complains about her new teacher, Jeremy, to Tate. They then both commiserate over having moms in prison. If they started a Salem support group for this, I'm sure they'd get plenty of members. Brady admits to Marlena that he's not sure he wants to stay at Titan, but doesn't know what to do. Black Patch could use some help, and the name's right there, Brady. She just tells him that John would support Brady whatever he does. Tate goes to find Holly, and things are going great with the family until Brady knocks over Rachel's milkshake and she flashes back to dropping Uncle EJ's paperweight. She just starts starring and Marlena takes her outside to talk, but Rachel reassures her there's nothing else bothering her. Holly gets probation for the whole nearly burning the dorm down thing, which she feels she deserves, but Ari insists she'll be fine. She just has to stay out of trouble the rest of the year. Reminder, they've been at school for a little over a month. Next up is a Sophia recap. Holly wants her to get better so she can face the music. Then Ari gushes a bit about meeting Theo. Or re-meeting, they just didn't recognize each other. Tate drops in and Ari walks out, but Holly isn't feeling it and flinches away every time he touches her. She points out he didn't even bother asking about her discipline and just leapt right to trying to make out. Good job, Tate. Really kicking off relationship attempt number 400 well here. Holly gives him the cold shoulder until he leaves. Amy apologizes to Sophia for being so hard on her. A single tear runs down Sophia's face as Amy tells her she loves her so much. But when Amy tries holding her hand, Sophia yanks it away. Sarah asks Maggie for a minute alone and Xander tries weaseling his way out of the truth again. But it's too late. Sarah pushes until Xander admits the truth. It was me, I attacked Philip. Days of Our Lives, truth, tears, and turning points. The day in Salem begins with a heavy silence in the Horton living room, the kind that hangs in the air before someone says something that can't be taken back. Sarah Horton sits on the edge of the sofa, fingers twisting nervously as she tries to find the right words. Amy, sitting across from her, already looks like she knows what's coming. She just doesn't want to hear it. Amy, Sarah starts softly, I know you've been hoping that Sophia could just bounce back, but it's not that simple. She needs help, real help. She needs inpatient treatment at Bayview. The very mention of Bayview sends Amy's eyes flashing with disbelief and fear. No, Sarah, not there. You've seen the people that come out of that place. They're worse, not better. That's where they send the dangerous ones, the ones who never come back. Sarah takes a breath, keeping her tone even. Bayview's changed. There are new doctors, new programs. Sophia's breakdown wasn't her fault. She's not dangerous, Amy. but if she doesn't get professional care, she could hurt herself or never find her way back to us." Amy looks at her hands, trembling slightly. "She's my little girl. I can't just sign her away to strangers, not after everything that's already happened." Sarah moves closer, her voice breaking with emotion. "You're not signing her away, you're saving her. Sometimes love means doing the hardest thing imaginable, letting go, so someone can heal." For a long time, Amy doesn't speak. Then finally she nods, tears streaking her cheeks. "All right," she whispers, "if that's what it takes." Later that afternoon, Amy stands in Sophia's hospital room, her daughter lying still in the bed, eyes open but empty. The machines hum quietly, the air thick with antiseptic and heartbreak. Amy forces a smile, even though her voice trembles. "Hey, sweetheart," she says softly, sitting beside her daughter and brushing a strand of hair from her forehead. "I just talked with Dr. Horton. We found a place that can help you, okay? It's called Bayview. You'll have doctors and therapists, people who know what to do to make you feel better." No reaction, no blink, no movement. Amy swallows hard, trying again. "You remember when you were little and you got that bad fever and you told me you didn't want to go to the hospital? You said you'd be fine, but I took you anyway because I couldn't stand losing you. That's how this feels, honey. I can't lose you, not like this." For a split second, something changes. A single tear slips from the corner of Sophia's eye. Amy gasps softly, gripping her hand. "You can hear me, you're still in there." But when she squeezes, Sophia's hand jerks away, breaking the fragile moment. Amy's face crumples, but she forces herself to keep talking through the pain. "I love you. I'll visit you every day, okay? I'll wait as long as it takes." Across town, the Kyriakis' mansion glows with warm light as the sun sets. Xander Kyriakis strolls in through the front door, laughing softly as he carries little Victoria in her princess costume, a sparkly mess of tulle, glitter, and sass. "Didn't we have fun, wee lass?" he asks her, twirling her once before setting her down. "You were the prettiest trick-or-treater on the block." Victoria giggles and runs off toward the kitchen, where Maggie is waiting with cider and cookies. But when Xander follows, Maggie's expression is far less cheerful. So she begins, folding her arms. "You're back under my roof, again." Xander flashes that trademark grin. "I'm Maggie, and I'll prove to you that I've changed." She raises a brow. "You've said that before." Xander's grin falters. "This time I mean it." Maggie sighs, looking at him the way only a mother can, with a mix of love, weariness, and sharp intuition. "I want to believe you, Xander, but I also know who you are. And when you lie, you do it with the best intentions, but it still destroys everything around you." Xander's jaw tightens, but he doesn't deny it. "Sarah can't take getting hurt again," Maggie continues. "You break her heart one more time and you'll lose her for good." "I won't," he insists, "I swear it." But Maggie doesn't look convinced. "Then look me in the eye right now and tell me you're not lying about what happened to Philip." Xander freezes. Before he can respond, the front door opens and Sarah walks in. "What's going on?" Maggie turns to her. "Why don't you ask your husband that? Go on, Xander, tell your wife you didn't attack Philip." Sarah stares between them, her pulse pounding. "Xander, what is she talking about?" His lips part but no words come out. The silence says everything. Meanwhile, at the Brady pub, the family is gathered for Belle's birthday. Balloons, laughter, and the scent of chowder fill the air. Brady's the first to arrive, followed closely by Tate, who looks unusually reflective. "You all right, son?" Brady asks, clapping him on the shoulder. Tate shrugs. "Yeah, just thinking about life, I guess, family, kids, the future." Brady blinks. "You, thinking about kids?" Tate chuckles. "Yeah, weird, right? Guess I'm growing up." Before Brady can reply, Rachel bursts in, proudly holding out a baseball card in a plastic sleeve. "Look, Uncle Brady, I gave Aunt Belle the card Grandpa John gave me. We're sharing it now." Belle laughs and hugs her niece. "That's so sweet of you, Rachel." But the moment of lightheartedness takes a sharp turn when Marlena, reaching for her purse, stumbles slightly. Belle starts to react, but Rachel steps in front of her, distracting her with questions about the party decorations. Marlena steadies herself, but the worry lingers behind her eyes. Once everyone's gathered, Belle, Brady, Marlena, and Tate, conversation flows easily. That is, until Rachel starts complaining about her new teacher. Jeremy's so annoying, she groans to Tate. He gives us essays every day and says they build character. Tate laughs. Yeah, well, you're not the only one with problems. Try having two parents who have both been in prison. You win that club. Rachel nods solemnly. Maybe we should start a support group. Brady chuckles, but Marlena doesn't. She's watching Rachel closely, and when Rachel's milkshake tips over, spilling across the table, Rachel freezes. The room fades away as her eyes widen, her mind flashing back to that night, EJ shouting, the paperweight falling, the blood. Rachel, Marlena whispers, touching her arm. Rachel blinks rapidly, coming back to herself. I'm fine, Grandma, just spaced out for a sec. But Marlena isn't convinced. At the university, Holly Jonas meets with Ari in the courtyard, still shaken by her recent probation hearing. I'm lucky, she admits. The judge could have expelled me. I almost burned down the dorm, Ari. Ari shakes her head. You made a mistake, you're paying for it. What matters now is staying out of trouble. Yeah, for the rest of the year, Holly mutters. That's 9 more months. Think I can go that long without disaster. Ari smirks. You've survived Salem this long, you've got this. Their conversation turns to Sophia. I just want her to get better, Holly says quietly. She deserves a second chance, we all do. Ari changes the subject. Theo stopped by the school earlier and Sparks definitely flew. He said he remembered me from years ago, she admits with a shy smile. Before Holly can tease her, Tate shows up. Ari excuses herself, sensing tension. Holly crosses her arms. You didn't even ask how my hearing went. Tate hesitates. I figured you'd tell me. You figured wrong. He steps closer, trying to kiss her, but she pulls back. Tate, not everything's about you. You can't just skip the part where you care and jump straight to kissing me. Tate looks stung. I do care. Then start showing it. She turns away, leaving him standing alone, confused and frustrated. Back at the Kiriakis' mansion, the tension is unbearable. Xander, Sarah says quietly, please just tell me the truth. He tries to joke, to deflect, to charm his way out, but Maggie cuts him off sharply. Stop, no more games. Xander exhales shakily, his shoulders slumping. All right, fine. He looks at Sarah, guilt clouding his eyes. It was me, I attacked Philip. The words hang in the air like a thunderclap. Sarah staggers back, her face pale. You what? Xander's voice breaks. I didn't mean to hurt him that bad. He provoked me, said things about you, about our family. I lost control. Maggie closes her eyes, whispering, I knew it. Sarah can barely speak. You promised me, Xander. You swore you were done with this, the lying, the violence, the darkness. I can't do this anymore. Tears fill his eyes. Sarah, please. But she turns away, shaking her head. Don't, I believed in you. I always believe in you, and every single time you prove me wrong. As she leaves the room, Xander sinks onto the couch, face buried in his hands. Maggie stands silently behind him, heartbroken but resolute. I told you, she says softly, the truth always comes out in Salem, and it never comes out quietly. At the hospital, Amy watches as the orderlies prepare to transfer Sophia to Bayview. She takes one last look at her daughter, her voice barely a whisper. I'll see you soon, baby, I promise. Sophia doesn't respond, but as they wheel her out, a flicker of movement crosses her face. Her lips tremble. Maybe, just maybe, she heard her mother after all. And somewhere deep inside, a storm begins to stir, the first sign that Sophia Choi's story isn't over. Next time on Days of Our Lives. Sarah makes a life-changing decision, Tate finds himself in over his head, and Rachel's memories lead Marlena to a horrifying realization. The past she thought was buried may finally come to light. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.